So, this is Arcade Spirits, new challengers, the demo for it, dropped a couple days ago. We played through the original. I think I only did the Naomi route, although there's actually like a way you can end up dating all of them. I think it takes a few repeat plays to actually unlock that possibility. But yeah, the deal with that one was you were a new employee in an arcade and ended up getting along with the staff and some of the regulars there. This one has more of an esports back to it, like you're trying to form a team to play whatever the big esports game it was. I forget. I do not know the pizza bagels levels in this one, but it seems like not too distant future, because I'm pretty sure I've seen some teaser screenshots that had cameos from the old characters in there. But you are a new character. Cool thing about this series is they're really cool. They're really good about giving you access to whatever pronouns you want. You can represent however you want. Doesn't matter. I don't think any of the characters are sexuality locked. Like there's no like lesbian only characters in it that I know of. Everybody's getting it on. It's great. So yeah, it's a whole new cast of characters to meet too. So let's get into it. I don't know how long the demo is, and they've said you can import your saves and some of the decisions you made in the first one to impact the second one, but I don't know if the demo does that. I have my saves hanging out somewhere just in case, but let's go. I'm going to kill cursor here. Hold up. That's what I forgot to do earlier. Okay, we're good. I think you can actually just like mostly just keyword it. You don't even need to mouse it. It was also partially voice acted. I don't know if they've actually recorded everything yet, so I don't know how much of that's going to be in here either. But anyway. Hello and welcome to Arcade Spirits, the new challengers. My name is Iris, your personal digital assistant. I'll be your guide through the world of 20XDX, an alternate timeline where arcades never went away. Before we begin your tale of love, friendship, and arcade competition, let's log in and set up your personal profile. I'm here for the cup noodles. Legally distinct non-Mountain Dew amp energy drink. I see we're running on an E-machine, apparently. Okay, let's see. Username, password, check the I'm not a robot box, identify all the fire hydrants. Boy, this is tough for an AI like me to do. And we're in. I loaded up some default metadata, but if I got anything wrong, please feel free to change it however you like. Okay. Oh, Fist of Discomfort. That was the competitive game in the first one. Alright, so... I like the desktop give me here. Alright, so I'm a pale ass Mo. Online avatar, that's cool. There's a new one. Oh, absolutely unicorn power. Name and profile. Player handle. Works for me. First name. Cursor didn't appear in that box, at least not that I saw. So, there's a bug report for you right off the bat. Oh, wait. I'm gonna go first name Neko, last name Bun, but... Alright, I use him. Well, like, look at this variety, this plethora. I've never seen A-Air. Huh. Or is it E-Air? Well, either way, I've never seen that. That's cool. Like, they caught them all. They caught a lot of them. Maybe not them all, but... yeah, let me figure that. Okay, nekobun. There we go, fixed it. I feel like maybe little arrows to go back a step in case you screw something up. Would be nice, but... That's just me. Alright, so do we... That's the closest to my side shave nightmare. We're gonna get rid of the hat anyway. You tend to go for looking like myself in these. So eye color, not that right, like about there. Okay, maybe a little. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Pick a nose. Mine's kind of lumpy. Not that big though. Unless there's a resize option. I'll go with that just for middle ground's sake. Actually, yeah, that's not too bad. Okay. Body type and shirt. Oh, I like that the body type also reflects in the neck and everything too. Cool. It doesn't just slap it on the body. Beefcake. Not that thick. Can I get hoodie but thicker? We'll just go hoodie neutral just because I mostly just want the hoodie. I'm gonna perp that up. As one do. And pants and skirts. There might be more of those in the final version. That's speculation, though. Do not hold me to that. Some khaki. Yeah, that's fine. All right. I'm digging the common glasses, but keep that pretty stuck. A little lighter. Lighter than that, honestly. There we go. And headwear. That's better. I'm not really a big hat guy. Oh wait, I like the. Oh, it doesn't fit on that hair. That's fine. Okay, cool. I think we're good. I like the double check confirmation there too. Make sure you got everything straight. Cool. That's correct. Hello, nekobun. Gosh, this is so exciting. I'll do everything I can to support your hopes and dreams. Oh, but it seems you aren't alone, are you? No, you also have your rival to contend with. Why don't you tell me a bit about them too? I like that you can just randomly make them a thing. That's cool. And if you want to make it somebody you hate, that's awesome. We're just gonna do the default here. Hunter first mission. Yep. Okay, it's fine. Interesting. So Hunter is your rival. Tell me, is this a friendly rivalry or a hostile rivalry? All of my rivalries are hostile. Maybe I'm the problem, but anyway. No, that's unfortunate. Sounds like Hunter's gonna be a problem. Lastly, which version of the demo would you like to play? I've got a long and short version. Just pick whatever suits your needs. We're going long. Okay. I love that. I love that they tell you how long it's going to be if you're reading it. That is so useful. Thank you. Well, the long version is only 10 more minutes, but anyway. Okay, I think we're all set. Have fun playing Arcade Spirits, new challengers. No. Popo being Popo, I gotta get them quotas that don't exist. I don't know if that I even picked up on mic, but yeah, siren outside. Alright. The following is a work of fiction. All references to trademark classic arcade game titles are used under nominative fair use and should not be considered an endorsement by their publishers or creators. Yeah, they don't usually, like, all of the visuals for games are all fakes, but like, occasionally real ones are mentioned. So I am aware of the characters from, like, some of the teasers they put out way early on. I didn't see a prompt to import your choices from before, because that would have probably pulled my avatar in. Or at least as close as they could do it with the new creator. So, yeah, we'll probably start from the top. Why is my connection dying again? I'm back. I'm sorry about that. Is it going to be one of these nights again? This is ridiculous. Alright, sorry about that. I have a message to chat in case it hasn't come back up. Refresh if you need to. Yeah, refresh if needed. Anyway, yeah, I don't know what's up with the connection tonight. It's bouncing back, but it's being weird. Anyway, let's go. I didn't do anything. I just let this load. We're good. I'm getting funny colors on the OBS. Hold on. Alright, let's go. From as far back as I can remember, my dreams were always ones of victory. Also, I actually click back into the game window. The roar of the crowd. The gleam of gold. The pulse-pounding action struggling against all odds to reach the very top. Achievement. Recognition. I thought they were going to say unlocked. Triumph. When you're young, you don't put much thought as to why you crave victory. You just do. You want to be the very best, like no one ever was. My game of choice is Fist of Discomfort 2, the worldwide esports phenomenon. It's a 2-on-2 strategy fighting game, so you need a reliable partner in order to win. I forget if it was 2 in the first one. I know it was Fist of Discomfort, but... major esports teams like Play to Win focus entirely on developing their FOD2 skills, and that's what I'm looking for. Dedicated players to win the championship with. The backgrounds look a little more detailed this time around. That is the distant future year 20XDX, and those dreams of victory are what led me here today, to this unusual little arcade in the middle of the city. My longtime rival Hunter just signed on with Team Play to Win, one of the top esports organizations in the world, so naturally, I wanted to find a great team myself. An app on my phone named Iris suggested I come here to Good Clean Fun, a combination pizzeria, laundromat, arcade. He said, this is on the level of the restaurants in Critical Bits. Alright, he said I'd find a team to help me go for the gold. But, well, that team isn't exactly what I was expecting. I love Fast Car 7. Let's see what else they got. Bomb Man. Looks like a Bubble Bobble knockoff. Namco. Rival Colleges. Yes. Thank you. Reprint that, Capcom. Rival Schools, I mean. The King of Brawlers 91. Hawken. Or I guess it'd be Token. Hanky Party. Metal Gear 4, Rise of Steel. Most of them are new, but yeah. FOD 2 and Fast Cars both existed in the last one. Anyway, the members of Team GCF, for lack of a better name, aren't focused on my game of choice. They're interested in all sorts of other games, too. Cool. Good. Here, let me introduce them to you. There's Zapper. As the name implies, she's completely into light gun games, blasting away at robots and zombies, and zombie robots all day. This is basically what I did. This was like half my arcade spread back in the day. I remember nearly getting kicked out of one for yelling a lot at a Crypt Killer machine when I was like 12. 14? I don't know. Die, die, die. Oh, I hate this stupid RNG boss fight. And they send drones in a predictable pattern or don't bother sending them at all. I mean, can you believe this shit? I will swear for it. I do like that it's bleeped out in the text, though. It's 20XDX, and game designers are still relying on quarter-munching RNG in their games. Well, they're arcade games. That's how you get the money. Hey, Zapper, how's the gunslinging going? Not as awesome as I'd like. Kind of boring, honestly. I need to get some training in for a freestyle competition coming up next month. You know, get my twirls and swooshes and quick draws nice and perfect. So, maybe take a break and play some Fist of Discomfort 2 with me instead? Hey, you know I'm down. Give me a few minutes to finish this level, and I'll be right there alongside you, delivering beatdowns and one-liners. Thanks, Zapper. Okay, that's one. Let's see if I can get the rest on board. Next might be trickier. Rhapsody is our team's Fist of Discomfort 2 expert. They routinely post videos and blogs analyzing the game, breaking down tactics. A perfect option. Brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. Hey Rhapsody, interested in actually playing some FOD 2 instead of just talking FOD 2 maybe? Can you give me like 20 minutes? I'm reviewing some combo videos that just dropped, which totally destroy the current meta. Since Fist of Discomfort 2 is only a few years old, so I guess it was 2 in the first one, right? Players should still figure out how to break the game and find cool combos, see what's OP. They haven't even settled on a good tier list yet. Just yesterday, I stumbled upon a glitch with Tomokaze that basically makes her unstoppable. I tried to recreate it in training mode, but I just couldn't. Well, how would we try to recreate it in game? You can't rush these things, nekobun. I'll need to spend more time breaking it down frame by frame first. Be with you soon. Assuming Rhapsody doesn't get lost in analysis, but Domino, maybe maybe he'd be interested in starting right away. Domino plays bullet hell shoot 'em ups, the kind of games that need intense reflexes and good instincts. I like the little demo of each game type on the side too. It's cute. As I approach, he's in the middle of avoiding 9,591 glowing pink plasma balls. Hey, Domino. And that's when the screen fills with a giant explosion and the words game over. Ah, the inevitability of a game over. Some days you get the radioactive mutant space bear, and sometimes the radioactive mutant space bear gets you, I suppose. But in the end, it's always the bear. Oh hey, it's you. Come to embrace the absolute void of space and the futility of a fight you can't win? Crushing Doom can be yours for one measly quarter. Another time? How about some FOD 2 instead? You're very insistent about this FOD 2 dream, aren't you? I'm curious as to what your goals were in coming here. I just wanted to play FOD 2, that's all. Well, good for you. It's nice to want things. I'll join in the fray, but first I'm off to the bathroom. I've been holding it so long my back teeth are floating. Okay. Later. Okay, next candidate. Jinx is the arcade's driving game expert. She's usually found drifting around corners in Fast Car 7 at impossible speed. Like me, but with more drifting. One of the FC7 cabinets has been specially adapted for her disability. Hand controls instead of foot pedals to give her joints a rest. Yeah, you can't quite see through the text bar, but she does have braces. Hey Jinx, I was wondering. No, never mind. You're clearly busy. Wanted to play some FOD 2, huh? That was the plan, yes. Everyone's a bit occupied and you're in the middle of a race, so... Still worth asking. Don't assume things. We're part of this crew now, so we'll make time when we can. He's cool. Got a busy afternoon ahead, but I can sneak some team practice in. Give me 30 to rest my wrists a bit. I'll be good to go. Deal? Deal. Okay, it's a start. I'll get the last two on board, then we'll really have something. Loxley's the arc. Oh, now I get the visual. Like, I thought they were going for, like, some fantasy game player thing with the outfit, but no, he's clearly a rogue, a thief. Anyway. Loxley is the arcade's ticket and prize game expert. He's mastered the art of liberating kitty toys from redemption games. I would love to see this collection of finger puppets. And after obtaining Stuffed Dragon from Good Clean Fun's crane game, he pops open the lock on the case and puts it back on top. Catch and release, yes? What? Good to stay in practice. Keep the skills sharp. But no need to deprive a young one of a toy they might enjoy in the process. Alright, Lox is legit. The Otis gave me the key to the machine, allowing me to put my catches back in there. It's only fair. I only unleash my full talent upon the corrupt and unjust arcades such as the Palace. This arcade is sacred ground in comparison. But enough of that. Did I hear just now you're putting together a practice match? Yes. Yes, I am. It's a bit delayed, but it seems to be happening. Then I pledge my sword to your cause. Let me wrap up here and we shall begin the festivities. That's 5. And finally, Grace Cooper, our resident programming genius. She's working on her own RPG called The Wanderlost Trail, and surprisingly she also made Iris, my personal assistant app. Really? That's cool. So she's gotta be, like, loaded. Hey Grace, we need one more for a FOD 2 match. You interested? Oh, hello, certainly, but Got this weird bug in my game I'm trying to hunt down first. For some reason, it's perpetually spawning wheels of cheese when I try to climb this mountain. That's a nice throwback. There's just so much to do before my game is ready for people to play. But I hope it'll be ready soon, soonish, eventually, in the future. I love the, it looks like a homebrewed dev kit. I'm sure you'll figure it out, Mom. You're the best. Grace almost fumbles her heavily modified handheld game console on hearing my phone cheerfully chirp at her. You don't have to call me Mom, Iris. But you're my mom. Would you prefer a different user designation? Mom? Anyway, I'll be with you soon. Promise. Not exactly a thundering wave of enthusiasm. This isn't what I was hoping for when Iris set me up with this team. Hunter's in the big leagues with Team Play to Win, and I'm in, well, a friendly neighborhood gaming club? Makes me wonder. Okay. Oh, well, you've got the different... yeah, I remember the icons. Basically, yeah, it shows you right there. They all reflect different kind of personalities. And I don't really like try to stick to one. I just go by my gut usually. Maybe they'll support my dreams as friends. Perhaps I can provide leadership and direction. No. Inspire them to be champions. Did you see how much fun the Pro Tour could be? I wonder if this had gamepad support. It does. Okay. I like that. I'm a gamepad kind of guy. Alright. We'll go for fun. Okay, so training to be a professional team is tough, but it's also fun, you know? Being paid to play video games. Isn't that every kid's dream? If I get them to see what an amazing ride it'd be to seek championship gold, I can show them all the upsides. Maybe we get something going. Dabber's always ready for some fun, and Rhapsody enjoys a good time, too. Domino's got a wicked sense of humor and might find a certain bent appeal in diving into this. Those are teasers for what fits your decision and are routes you should probably go for. Alright, first things first, though. Waiting on the team for today's practice. Every journey starts with a single step. But as I'm pondering that first step, someone else steps a foot in good, clean fun. Someone unexpected. Someone's unexpected. Okay, I love the uniforms. I love her choker. I'm not sure about pointy friend, the beard going on there, but anyway. Four cocky-looking people stand at the entrance of the arcade, smirking at everything, each wearing a flashy gold team jersey. Wait a minute, that's Team Play to Win. What are they doing here? The beefy one of the bunch, I think his handle is Blitz, looks around, clearly unimpressed with what he sees. Oh, nice broom closet. Where's the arcade? A woman at his side. Yep, that's Divine. I recognize her from her streams. That's that little snicker. The stage whispers to him in response. I think this is the arcade, Blitz. It's charming, I suppose. Quaint in a way. Really popular with the kiddies. A slightly unshaven teammate smirks while rolling his eyes. That'd be Coda, supposedly the brains of the team. Now, Divine. We're here to have fun and play nice. Let's not be all rude and stuff to local yokels. But I ignore those three. There's one more who has my complete and undivided attention. Hunter? I kind of want to go karaoke for this. What the hell is wrong with my internet tonight? Numbers are looking okay so far. I was waiting for it to go great. Okay. Yeah, I really do not know what's up with those little blips. Anyway. I think we're going to go karaoke with this. Well. Looks like little nekobun found himself a little team after all. I was so worried about you, truly. I thought no team was going to accept you. Seriously, though, I'm loving the vibe here, nekobun. My friends and I are going to stay a while and enjoy the atmosphere. B2W. It'd be easier to just say play to win. Okay. Hunter snaps their fingers as their teammates snap to attention. Spread out. Why is he giving the commands when he's the new signee? A fancy wave of their hand, Team P2W disperses around the place. Immediately it's clear that they're keen to start some trouble. You know what? I'm itching to play some games too. Without parting words, Hunter looks me dead in the eyes before turning around and leaving me where I stand. Immediately, the tension in the arcade jacks up to a ridiculous degree. Clearly more than 3.6 Rontgens of an unstable nuclear situation. Not great, not terrible. Team Play to Win are quickly finding various ways to cause trouble, antagonizing my new friends, messing with the games. Easiest thing to do would be to avoid all this drama and stay on the sidelines, but that's not what friends do. Even if I'm a relatively new friend, less than a day old, I should step in and help where I can. Nekobun, let me help. How can a phone app help with playground bullies? I'm keeping my microphone input open and echolocating any trouble you may find around the place. Check your map and pick a place to go. But I don't think you're going to be able to visit everyone before things boil over. Right, prioritize, got it. What's happening right now? I love the overmap. The rival could suck it. Alright, nobody hogs racing games when I'm around. So, oh, it looks like you just get 3 options. Over on the far side of the arcade, I spot Jinx loitering near her beloved Fast Car 7 game. Moving from foot to foot, like she's clearly getting tired quickly. As for why she isn't comfortably seated behind the wheel and blasting around corners at unsafe speeds, well... One of the team play-to-win players is sitting in her seat, lazily cruising through the turns with one perfectly manicured hand on the wheel. She clearly has 2 hands on the wheel. In fact, when I walk up to chat with Jinx, the play-to-winner is the one to actually greet me first. Sorry, no autographs right now. I'm totally killing it at this game. I was not planning on asking for one, no. Ah, great. I appreciate that, you know? So many of my adoring fans just won't give me any space or privacy. Always, oh, I love your streams, Divine, or can I have a hug, Divine, or will you sign my leg, Divine? Ugh, people can be gross. Well, that sentiment I can agree with. Nobody here wants their leg autographed. Look, I scheduled an online game with a friend coming up soon, so you want to wrap up your race so I can get a turn? Oh, sorry, arcade rules, honey, winner stays on. And I am winning. Only because I modded the game to have weak AI, so I can focus on improving my time trials. And you're in my seat. Don't see your name on it, honey. Perfectly good seat right next to this one, too. See? Play on that one. You're the only one with hand controls. I literally can't use the other. Yeah, that sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. I love her cane, too. Is this supposed to be like a vulture or some sort of weird monster? Not my fault you're defective. Oh, you ableist piece of shit. It's dropkicker. Is dropkick an option? Uh-oh. Jinx's eyelid just started twitching, and I think she's biting her lip hard enough to draw blood. Look, be a darling and fetch me some water or something, okay? I'll be here for some time. Jinx's grip on her walking cane tightens to the point where I swear I can hear bones creak, but oddly, she backs down. Damn it. I drop to a whisper low enough to not to be heard over the digital revs of the digital car engine. Can't you just kick her off? It's your game. You've got priority. I want to, believe me, but that's not the way arcades work. Winner stays on. Others quarter up and wait. Besides, Ben and Matt are in the game, not me. Ben and Matt are back! Okay, so get Ben and Matt to come over here and boot her off the thing. They're distracted. Look around for Ben and Matt, owners of this privately owned business, established and resident authority figures. They've put on some hair, at the very least. We're way too busy dealing with a couple of washing machines spewing out rich, creamy soap all over the floor. I guess that hopefully that means Jacob and Graham will be back to voice them, because... Well, I'd call this a mess, but it's sort of the elemental opposite of messy. Maybe we could throw a phone party and call it a new selling point? I'm sorry, my impersonations of both of them were terrible. Ah, I see. I can beat her. I need to jump when the wallflower makes his presence felt. I'll race against her. I don't need hand controls. I can use the second player seat. If I beat her, she can't stay on the game. Since when are you a racer? I'm a survivor. I'm pretty sure keeping a ton of virtual metal from flying over the guardrail of a mountain pass is a lot like playing a shmup. Kind of? Like, you'd probably have the reflexes by keeping track of a lot of things, but... Hey, there's my connection again. Thanks, Comcast. Okay, it's back again. I'll pick through all this later. Towards the end of the... Okay. Just making mental notes. Alright. Dunno, it's a long shot. We could just convince her to bail. Don't ask me how. Other than breaking her legs, which is where I'd want to start, personally. I like her. You don't play it cool. We risk making the situation with all these PDW toadies more volatile than it already is. Oh, not worth. An online race will just have to wait. My friend's pretty busy, but I can reschedule for later. Good thing to do. Don't selfishly boot a player off your favorite game. Just adapt your own plans and move on. Whoever said I was an adult? I want to support Team GCF with my new friends. How do we make this happen? Screw this, just unplug. I'm worried that the reset would take too long, though. But yeah, I'm here for public shaming. Celebrity can be a double-edged sword. If this divine values her image enough, maybe we can turn her attitude against her. Jinx, permission to do something sketchy? Spotlight and shame her for what she just said? My knees are killing me, so yeah, make it like Exodia and obliterate her. People hogging resources set aside for the disabled are going to the special hell, and I make the travel arrangements. Okay, but you're sure you're okay with me playing advocate for you? You seem more like a self-advocate sort of person. You even fucking check for that. I love this game. Let's say I'm curious how you're going to swing this, so I'm probably going to step back just this once. Besides, I'd probably just lay into her like the fist of an angry god. Fisting sounds counterproductive. Good luck, nekobun. I mean, it's not exactly an activity meant for productivity, but anyway. I walk back over to Fast Car 7, sliding my phone into my open palm, but hand turned away to hide it for the time being. Hey, excuse me. Where's my water bottle? Racing is thirsty work. I just wanted to confirm something with you. Did you seriously just tell my friend it's not my problem, you're defective? Oh, somebody's going to be Twitter famous. Somebody's going to be the Twitter main character for the day. Or whatever. I think they have an equivalent in this one, but I forgot what it was. Did I stutter? Oh, these laundromat plebs, I swear. Just making sure. Okay. Put my phone up. Opening apps for all the random social media websites I kept signing up for. How do you spell divine? Is it 2 I's? There's a Y in there somewhere. What? Hey, you can't post that. Why? You confirmed that you said it. And once everyone finds out you're ableist, have fun giving your contract. I said nothing of the sort. You can't prove that. Iris, you're keeping the open microphone rolling, right? Mind spinning that back for me? Sure thing, nekobun. And what do you know? My pocket privacy violation echoes Divine's own words back at her while I prepare my posts. Yeah, it sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. Not my fault you're defective. So, to make sure I'm tagging this right, you're at DivineP2W on Twitter, the Divine one on Facewall, and Divine was taken on Pixar. I love was taken nicknames, I'm sorry. Pictogrammer, right? You can't do this. I won't let you. Ooh, I'm torn. Sounds like that sounds like a you problem, not a me problem. Not my fault you're a lousy person. In the background, I actually hear Jinx giggle before she stifles it while trying to retain her cool and collect the self-image. With my finger hovering over the button, the streamer celeb considers her options. Fine, whatever. Play your silly game. I'm done with it. He sneers at me before climbing out of the driver's seat and marching away. Huh, clever move. You see my work here is done. You didn't do anything. I mean, I'll let it slide. Domino Mini makes a swooshing a cape and fluttering away. Not bad at all. Personal responsibility is my kind of thing. You're kind of my thing. Admit to your mistakes, make amends for them. Forcing her to face the music feels good. Plus now I don't have to get arrested again for assault. Yeah, okay. I like her even more. Right. Wait, again? Something of a temper. I was very hot-headed, very impulsive in my wild years. Settled down a bit now, but sometimes it bubbles up. When someone still gets the toilet seat up? Actually, that's pretty normal for the disabled stall. Sometimes it's physically difficult to... Oops. Move it up and down, or works better for people with dwarfism, and you were making a joke. Right. Okay. She let me off the hook. Sorry. It's okay. Let's backspace that one and try again. Get what you mean, though. Fortunately, my friends keep me in check. Keep me being the person I want to be. Or, sorry. Keep me being the person I want to be. These shifts are came from hand to hand, leaning heavily on it. Okay, show's over. Drift Queen's got to school a retro geek on how to drive, and I really, really need to sit down. Gotcha. Happy to help out. Call me if she bugs you again. Deal. I leave Jinx and Domino to see what else I can do to help with. So where am I going next? I'll lead off the bubble issue. Yeah, the foam issue is not addressable, but I do want to help Zapper out. So Rhapsody, Zapper, and play-to-winner are having a loud argument about strategy. I know words. I use them sometimes. Off to one side in the laundry zone, away from Ben and Matt's bubble bonanza, I spot a small gathering, Rhapsody and Zapper, as well as Coda from Team Play-to-Win. Oh good, I get to beat up on the dork. Weren't you a member of Play-to-Win, like for a very short time? I guess you only stayed up on the metagame when you actually had a good team. Everyone knows Tomokaze is headed for Nerf City. It's patently obvious. You're way too flexible, which makes you too powerful. Nearly every major FOD 2 team runs at least one, if not several, Tomokaze specialists, making the meta so predictable it hurts. Once they nerf her, she'll be as good as gone from the game. There's always going to be a place for middle-of-the-road character like Tomokaze. She's a solid pick. Individually, she's not that powerful, but paired is where her true power shines. She's easy for new players to pick up and play. So no, I don't think they will change her dramatically anytime soon. Who cares about noobs? FOD 2 needs to retain the core player base and satisfy the demands of the players. Eat shit and die. Competitive CK Crow with such an obvious main pick at the heart of the metagame. Tomokaze has to go. You're a fool for not seeing that. Flunked out fool. What's wrong exactly? Oh, thank Iron Jesus, it's nekobun. Talk some sense to these two, okay? This metagame yammering is boring. Who cares what characters are in or out of the game? Who gets buffed or nerfed? You adapt or die. I like her attitude. Because I fucking hate tier lists. Anyway. Also, I didn't intend to... Let me move my camera down here. I didn't realize I was cutting off a little score thing in the corner. Whoopsie. I did not plan ahead for that eventuality. Here, this seems safe. Here, I'll just put myself over the rewind thing. Hello. It's a little off-center, whatever. We'll deal with it. Anyway. You can't just remove Tomokaze. Think of how that will... wrong voice, sir. Think of how that will impact the game. Oh, we'll have our characters that are too difficult to learn, which will drive new players away. Yep. And new players grow the competitive scene, not character removal. Whatever, fool. Ugh, my brain is leaking out my ears. All I hear is slash, slash, slash. Ah, so it's a bit about FOD 2 nerd stuff. Still, if I can step in and close this down, that's one less flashpoint of conflict going down in our arcade. I'm here for adaptation. Yeah, I mean, I agree with both of them, but I'm definitely here for adaptation. Zapper's right. Ultimately, it's up to the players to adapt to whatever changes may come. Gotta agree with Zapper here. Armchair quarterbacking is not the same as being on the line of scrimmage. You have to adapt. Sports talk. I'm looking at her tattoos because they look like C buttons from the N64 controller, like it looked kind of like a music staff, but I think they might just be coins. Anyway, exactly. We plan, God laughs. You can theory craft all you want, but in the middle of a match, you just do whatever works. Tomokaze or no Tomokaze. What? So you go to a fight with no build in mind at all? Not even an item purchase list for dojo? Oh God. I think the arcade one's the neutral choice, but yeah. Oh, I live in the moment. Plans, strategies, what are those? Nah, why bother? Every fight is different. I'm not gonna be a slave to someone else's fact when I'm in the middle of absolute chaos. Right on. I bring the fight to the enemy, no matter who they're playing. Tomokaze, Silent Blade, Akemi, it doesn't matter. Or anyone in my lane, I'll shoot them down like clay pigeons in Duck Hunt. Hubris. Your overbearing pride will be shattered when some button-mashing 10-year-old with Tomokaze face rolls you. Mark my words. I'm going to drown him in one of these washing machines. Are you seriously saying you get whooped by a total newbie just because they use Tomokaze? Nice turn. Wow, you must really suck to have such little faith in your own skills. Kinda sad, my dude. That's not what... yes. Oh, forget it. There's no talking to you pathetic fanboys. When FOD 2 crashes and burns, mark my words. I'll have told you this would happen. This is like, this reminds me of the guy who tweeted the Halo Twitter account about like, or maybe it wasn't even directly at the Halo account, but it was just like, yeah, they're gonna need a robust basically Fortnite mode for it to succeed. I was like, oh, shut the fuck up. Consider it marked. Dapper gives the old finger guns before Kota stomps away in a huff. Someone who's supposed to be the brains and play to win, he didn't have much critical thinking. Maybe next time it'll be a real debate instead of tossing insults. Ad hominem. I'm going back to watch the stream. See, this is why I like having you around. You shake things up. We really need that if we're ever going to break out of stagnation. I think what I can to support my friends. I'm sure you do this. Ain't no go, Zapper. I'm just doing what I can do. Trying to proselytize about the power of friendship. Save it, please. Oh, sorry. Look, I get it. Friends are good. Friends are great, yada. You speak your mind true, not just because you want to be a good friend. Never step in and express opinion around me unless it's absolutely honest. Got it? Don't say what you think I want to hear. Okay. I wasn't. Honestly, kind of into the whole friendship thing. That's for real. Well, okay, good. As long as we're clear. I love that she's like just straight to the point. Just... in this house, we do not fuck around. Okay, where am I going next? Yeah, my rival can suck. I just want to talk shit on... Oh, that's right! The pizzeria used to be the coffee shop. Surprise me pizza. There's nothing else really legible there. On the far side of good, clean fun, Grace was demoing her indie RPG on that fancy homebrew handheld game console. Sort of. Well, this game's easy as hell. Slice, dice, 200 XP. Oh, guy didn't even put up a fight. That's a shepherd, not a fighter at all. Blitz, please, you're not supposed to be killing the villager NPCs. I don't see why not. They're packed with tons of XP. I've leveled up 3 times in 5 minutes cutting my way through this town. They have XP because they have levels in crafting skills, not because they're meant to be murdered. Don't know what to say. XP is XP. And they're good XP. Oh, look at the blood spray. So much for the laundry you were carrying, lady. I need to put a stain treatment on that blanket. You killed the town weaver. You love music and quilting and... What's the game called again? Wandering Trial or something? Where's the big bad at the end? I'm gonna skip to the end. Ha! Run, stupid villagers. I've got an axe, you've got heads, and I'm gonna use one on the other. But please don't. Just give me back my game. Oh, what was that? Speak up, can't hear you over all these digital screens and stuff. Give it back, please, if you don't mind. You're playing it all wrong. Hey, come on. You'll never grow as a game designer without feedback. Don't you want me to test this thing? Not if game devs really listen to the gamers. Oh, Jesus. Fuck, they are all assholes. You know, I mean, that's probably the point. They're villains, but... You know, behind ignore us or ban us from their forums. Or, oh, I'm gonna light this guy on fire. It's done. You're afraid of free speech. No, it's just that I am okay, I guess. Puzzled as to how this even happened, I tried to catch Grace's attention. As she mouths, help me to my way briefly, unable to even raise her voice, so racked with nerves and anxiety. And I barely noticed Loxley sliding up next to me. I have no idea how one manages to lurk in the shadows of a brightly lit pizzeria, but he's done it. That such a ruffian could harass our fair Grace like this. It's unacceptable. Unacceptable. Unacceptable! Something must be done. Fortunately, he's talking quietly enough that the ruffian himself doesn't hear us. Plus, that little speaker's loudly squealing with the screams of the innocent. And been a matter of busy dealing with an impromptu phone party, or we could get this guy booted out of here. No, the task falls to us, I'm afraid. As friends and allies, we are on a bound, and I suggest this be executed in a subtle manner, lest my attention stir into full troubles. I propose shenanigans. Does that mean I get to pistol whip him? If you can distract this brute in a way that makes him drop the game, I will promptly retrieve it. You want him to drop Grace's custom homemade game console? I have faith in my agility. We can save it from impact from the floor, and this act would break his attention away from it. Albeit, if you have a better stratagem in mind, I'm all ears. But we should act swiftly and decisively. What do you propose? Shenanigans. Yeah, I'm not in the mood to deal with this guy head on. The idea of pulling some epic maneuver on him has a certain bent appeal. So, we run a distraction play? Indeed. I'll get in position, do what you can to pull his attention away from the game and make him drop it. Pull out with this fool with ease. Tally-ho! Loxley blends back in with the crowd, tugging his hoodie up and over his distinctively sharp gaze, becoming a simple nobody. Leave me to engage with this lunk in some manner that'll tag aggro from him. Let's see, what would work without causing too much chaos? Well, we're in the middle of a tightly arranged restaurant full of tables and chairs and condiments and such, aren't we? Pizza slice. For my next trick, I'll require an extra cheesy slice of cheese on cheese on cheese. Really gooey and sloppy. With Benamat distracted, I sneak behind the counter with cat-like quickness, fetching my weapon of choice. And then, stroll along, casual as can be. Oh no, how clumsy of me! What the hell? Leaving the sizzling cheese splatter all over his back. I would rather put it in his face, honestly, but... the jock staggers forward, dropping Grace's game in the process. Just as Loxley slips in nice and low, a vague green blur as his hand snakes out to grab the game just inches above the ground. And he's out again, before the play-to-win player even notices what happened. Too busy looking like he wants to tear me in half anyway. Hey, watch where you're f***ing going. Sorry, my mistake. Are you okay? He angrily wipes out his clothes before grabbing a fistful of napkins from a dispenser nearby. You know, conveniently, there's a laundromat just over. No word is, thank you. I swear, if you wrecked my clothes... Yeah, what? What are you gonna do about it? And he stomps off, having completely lost interest in Grace's game. Thankfully not taking an interest in cold-blooded murder either. Eh. Oh, geez, that was... Worry not, Lady Grace. Your ally shall always be here until time of need. It was dangerous. You could have started a fight. You didn't have to do that. You really shouldn't have done that. But at least my game is safe. Oh, what a mess. I'll have to restore the database to bring all my friends back. Excuse me. Got work to do, but... Thank you. Thank you. Oh, it seems all swashbuckling beverages. It seems all swashbuckling antics have not pleased our fair maiden. Nevertheless, I'm quite impressed with your skill, young nekobun. You acted with decisive swiftness to rescue her hard work. Should we be forced to draw blades against a foe in the future, that better not be foreshadowing. Maybe it is. Maybe I'll get to stab somebody. I shall feel a great comfort knowing I fight alongside you. No matter what this foul world throws at us, swords drawn, muskets at the ready for king and country. All for one and one for all. Forsooth, whatever foe shall on this day fall, for we have a bond which burns eternal and o'erlight of... Okay, that's laying out a bit thick, even by my standards. But regardless, I appreciate the effort. Life's no fun if you're not living it to the fullest, and for me, that's a haughty, chivalrous attitude. Well, our work here is finished. Shall we hawk and away before that uncouth fellow comes back seeking vendetta? Well, let's get out of here before he comes back and kicks the out of us. Yes, that. Yeah, definitely a good idea to make ourselves scarce in this area. Getting late. How long are we going to have to deal with team play-to-win squatting in our clubhouse anyway? Beep beep, nekobun. I'm detecting a buildup of social tension. Please follow the indicator on your map. Oh, great. Now what? I do like this better than the birthday party disaster from the first one. Because that just actually tickled my anxiety a bit. Over in the arcade, around the FOD2 machine itself. Play-to-win squares off against GCF, both sides finally having enough of this mess. We had no way we came to this pathetic little arcade in the first place. He's a prissy little celebutant loser who thinks her follower count is a metric of awesomeness. Bunch of little fragile snowflakes can't even take a complete waste of time. You're all acting all high and mighty when you're... I really don't understand how the game is meant to be played, and with that attitude, you never will. I was just trying to explain how I felt. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to... Leave Grace alone, you loser. I can't fathom why nekobun wastes his time with you a lot. This is getting ridiculous, but I know how to solve it, or at least refocus all this aggression into something else. I don't do anything like a gamer. People, this isn't helping anything. Look, we all have physical discomfort too, right? Let's focus our energies there. We'll have a friendly match. Then everybody goes home. Okay? Enough fighting IRL. We compete honestly as gamers, and we agree to go our separate ways. Fine, I'm done dealing with this crapple arcade anyway. One match for bragging rights, and we're done here. Hunter steps forward from the rest of play-to-win, welcoming the competition. Coda will join me against you and one of your teammates. Fair? We'll see which team rules and which team drools once and for all. I wasn't planning on raising the emotional stakes of this fight, but that old urge to win, to prove myself, is rising. Win over team play to win would do a lot for morale. And do a lot for our image. Could be the springboard we need into our future. Agreed. Let's do this. All three of us are ready to go, but we need a fourth partner I can rely on. 2 versus 2, that's the rule of FOD 2. Always foot forward. We don't want to call upon for this decisive fight. So I'm torn between Zapper and Jinx, like... But I do appreciate that Jinx directly called out Coda for being a douche, so... Go. Hey Jinx, you wanna? Absolutely. Let me give you a quick tutorial on the Fist of Discomfort 2 strategy minigame. This is a lot like rock, paper, scissors with defense, special attack. With defense, special attack. Special beats defense, defense beats attack, attack beats special. Swords beat magic. Got it. Alright, your personality will give you some bonus points every... Oh, that's kind of cool. Return. A super gutsy person may be better at attacking. And lastly, you can use your ultimate once per game to automatically win a round. If you use yours at the same time your opponent does, you counter perfectly. If you're a little confused, that's okay. Win or lose, the story will continue. Give it your best, and good luck. I believe in you. So sword beats magic, magic beats shield, shield beats... Sword? Okay, think. Focus. Hunter generally loves to attack, so we can counter them with defense. As for Coda, he likes to rotate. Attack, then defend, then special. And then, well, it's a wild card. Win or lose, I really need to give it my all. So even if I really, really want to win this, so I have to focus on the fight and the fight alone. For the sake of my dreams. Fuck shit up. I feel like it would help if I knew what Jinx's specialty was in this, but... Seems like she'd go on the attack. Okay, so... Did I tab it up? I'm down in the menu, sorry. Are we ready to defend? No hunter wants to come at me? Fine by me. I turtle up and defend against the attacks, keep myself and my minions safe. Defend beats their attack. You're 140 points. Score now 140-0. He starts with attack usually, right? You both defend, you earn 20 points, they earn 10 points. Score now 160-10. Defend again. Tie is fine. Not enough, but almost, but not enough. Your attack loses their defend. They learn... He's not rotating. Around 5 fall. I feel like he's going to switch it up. We're going to go on the attack. Looks like I get to work taking out ninja minions on my way to Hunter, and then attack directly using Tomokaze's fists. Interrupting what would have been a brutal special move. Nice. So he's defended. Not bad. Not bad at all. Your attack beats are special. 120 points. I'm guessing it's going to get a little more mixed up later on. We're now 490 to 170. On 7 Winter, we're going to go back to defense. Actually... I feel like you could go try to pull an ultimate right now. I get blasted. It's a risk using my once per game ultimate. The time is right. I channel my energy and pour it on in one huge splashy attack the Hunter wasn't prepared for. So we're probably going to eat one later, but... And he just used special, so he's probably going to attack again. No, it's wild card on the 4th, right? Let's go defense. Too slow. We need to move faster than this. Oh, use their ultimate. These were 130 points. Okay. We're still double their score and change, so whatever. Smarter, faster, stronger. We got all we needed to win this race. Destroyed. We won? We won! We won a match over the best team in the nation. All those old instincts come rushing in, the thrill and satisfaction of victory. Eating play to win feels good. Feels damn good. Hard fought, hard won. Solid match all around. GG. So diplomatic. One lucky win isn't proof of anything. When's a win? We absolutely won. Time to face facts, Hunter. You're not untouchable. Needless to say, Koda's not particularly thrilled with the outcome either. Look, all hacks. They have to be cheating. The way a bunch of laundromat losers could beat us. I've got a dozen one insults I could use, but it's just too easy. Save these things for a much more important match. Next time you lose, I'll bother Grace with my smack talk. You lost. I'm done. So let's do it. I want a rematch. I demand a rematch. Best of 3. Only way to prove that wasn't a fluke, because it was a fluke. They're all cheaters. Really? I saw a clean victory, and now the whole internet has seen it as well. Foxley holds up his phone, playing a video he'd been secretly taking for the whole match. A play to win's humiliating loss, and Koda's ranting. If I remember correctly, the game itself also streams. But, like, I guess that's through, like, the official arcade channel or whatever. A bit clickbaity, but I often decided, why did Team Play to Win Crybaby utterly schooled by local laundromat underdogs? Lovely, isn't it? Now the whole world knows your pedestal isn't quite so out of reach. You little... I'm about to reply. When I'm cut off, I figure it had been lurking in the background the whole time, making her presence felt. Coach for Team Play to Win, Victoria Prude. Formerly Sword Star player Valkyrie. I'd seen her come in with a team, but she hadn't talked to anyone since arriving. Quiet like death, only watching and waiting. I'm so sorry she's saddled with these douchebags, because that is a goddamn look right there. That's gonna inspire a bit of police steppy. Now she glowers at Koda and Hunter, extremely unhappy with the results. Her frown causing Koda to shift nervously. Oh, Coach, I just meant that. Holds up a finger to her lips, silencing him. Just then, in a term of eeny, meeny, miny, mo between her two players, her finger eventually lingers on Koda. Koda, you're fired. What? Oh, I can't kick his ass up and down across the rest of the game? But this whole mess is thanks to Hunter. He wanted to come here in the first place. Eyes narrowed at Koda's complaints, which stops him mid-sentence. Stop passing the blame. Not only do you look childish, but you made the whole team look bad. I won't stand for that. She sighs grudgingly while crossing her arms. She's by no means thrilled. Not only are you fired, your non-compete clause means you're not joining any other teams. Not that they would have you, especially not after I tell them you're blacklisted. But be happy I'm not doing anything else. Koda stands there in total disbelief as the other members of his team edge away from him, as if he's suddenly caught in a very communicable and very nasty disease. Not the best time to throw that one out there, but yeah. Defeated, Koda slinks away to the corner of the arcade. With Koda out of the picture, the coach redirects her attention to me? I gulp, and hopefully not too audibly. As for you, nekobun, congratulations on your victory. Clearly, you've earned it. But I wouldn't spend all night celebrating. You haven't won some grand war. You're an impressive challenger, no doubt, but take my advice and be content with what you have. She nods, and I'm confused. Did you just give me a nod of respect? Is she romanceable? That'd be hilarious. He twirls her finger in the air, and the rest of Team Play to Win follow her at, even Koda, who's trailing at a safe distance. We won. We beat the best team in the nation simply by being who we are, by working together. We can accomplish this. We can avoid becoming a group of toxic jerks like Play to Win. This could be the start of something great. As I reflect, I note that all of Team GCF are together, unified because of this moment. All of us smiling together. I think I understand why Iris brought me here. They may not be hardcore FOD 2 players like Hunter's new team, but they are a team. Friends, they're allies. They're together as one, and I've done my best to support them today. They can do anything they set their minds to. Maybe this is the moment. Maybe I can convince them without... Beep beep, this is an intense identity situation. You can only pick a response that matches your top 2 personality traits. Alright. Of these two, I'd say the friendship one's a little better. Wow. I mean, just... Wow, I'm the newbie around here, but even the few hours I've been part of your inner circle, I have to say I'm amazed. You support each other, you care for each other. You pull together and play to win started stomping around your home. You can sense a lot of strength, a lot of love here. That's what power that can take you anywhere you want to go. I know you said you're not all that interested in the Fa 2 Pro Tour, but I think if you could pull together as one, like you have today, you could do it. We could do it. We could try at least. Win or lose, we owe it to ourselves to try, if only to see how far we can get. So, what do you say? Friends? Not really a competitive sort of person. Well, when you put it that way, you're right. Stronger together than apart. When you could really make it go for it, I'm willing to today. I'm sorry. I didn't finish reading it before I hit the button. Well, Grace leads, I shall follow, to the very gates of hell if need be. I'd prefer to stop about 10 feet short to the gate of hell, but you know what? I'm down. I'm ready to support y'all. For what good that'll do. Okay, I didn't just appeal to one half them. I'm not one for the Care Bear Hug Festival. Well, you know I'm ready for the Pro Tour. Always have been. This interaction has certainly renewed my spirit. It might be what it's really like to play. Who knows what we can accomplish as a team. Brace ourselves and fine. Okay. It's happening. My dream. My dream's a victory. I've had a team willing to go all the way. I've done it. Iris was right. This is where I need to be. Hold it. One thing to make absolutely clear. You want to whip this team into something resembling a competitive professional esports crew? Yes, that's what I said. Okay. Then you are the one responsible for making that happen. You're our new manager. Okay? Never had one. Never need one. Not until now. If you want to take this seriously, we'll need someone who can network, shake hands, make deals. No! These are all things I hate doing. And paperwork, we'll make travel arrangements, find sponsors. Since you're so gung-ho about this, that means it's you. Yes, of course. It makes sense. I'm sure you could do a great job as team manager. Maybe you could even find a better name for us than Team GCF. Oh, goody. We have a professional cat herder now. You have fun trying to make this, or keep this berry bunch on task, nekobun. Let's see class and take on that job. Did I say we don't give nekobun absolute authority? There we go, yes. Communism. You saw how that creep who runs PGW just up and fired Coda? None of that. You don't get to access or hire anyone new. No, sure we get to nekobun for leadership without him becoming a tyrant. After all, Six Semper Tyrannis, yes? I think there was a threat. Yeah, that was a threat. It's a word of advice from someone who's been inside and alongside of the esports for years. A lot of hard work. A lot of hard work with barely any thanks or praise. And if anyone has a whisper of negativity, you get the full brunt of it. But overall, you'll do great. I'm looking forward to seeing what you can do. 3 cheers for Manager nekobun. Cheer, cheer, cheer. Oh, I'm getting excited about this. A Pro Tour run? Can we really do it? Wow. With someone else doing all the paperwork and heavy business lifting, I'm perfectly okay with this. Friends of the pizzeria, for only the finest and celebratory deep dish pies. Everyone storms Ben and Matt's Pizzeria, intent on scarfing down pepperoni and mozzarella by the pound. It's happening. It's really happening. Tomorrow, my new friends and I begin training for the Pro Tour. We're going to be a pro esports team. Every kid standing on their tiptoes to reach a joystick dreams of one day making their passion into their job. Not necessarily. Like, yes, but I don't just like the phrasing, the term job. Getting paid to do something you love. That's more the angle I'm going with here. And hey, what do you know? I just accomplished the impossible dream. Did we? I haven't gotten paid yet. But anyway. And doing this alongside the squad of good, clean fun. It's going to be interesting. It's going to be a blast. Together, we can accomplish anything. Get ready, 20XTX. Your new challenges are here. And we have a title, and that's probably it for the demo. You've completed this demo of Arcade Spirits, the new challengers. Victory. Take a look at your scores. You're in Zapper sites, to be sure, but proving to be a gentle, sweet, and compassionate soul. I didn't realize I was, like, high with Loxley as well. But I guess because we did his thing, and I guess he's on the friendship side of things. And camaraderie, that's probably what pushed him above Jinx for me. Domino's up there, too. Yeah. Thanks so much for playing, and we hope to see you again with Arcade Spirits. The new Challengers launches in early 2022. You're in a whole ass year? Again, they clearly have to record all the voice work and, you know, finish the game. So. 7 romanceable characters. The manager has to be. And unless you can romance your rival, it's got to be one of those two. Calling it now. Or maybe they'll just pop a random character in mid-game. Because there was, like, the rival arcade's manager's daughter that showed up in the original one. Although I don't think she was romanceable. They were romanceable? It's been a while, I forgot. Manager team fight through all obstacles, fight the Fist of Discomfort 2 strategy minigame. I like that they actually let you play the game this time around too. 4 decisions, again from the original one, so I gotta start making saves. I need to do all the other runs. I liked all the characters in that one. But Naomi was just like, yes, okay. Let's fix arcade machines. I need someone to fix all the shit I'm probably gonna break. But yeah. Kind of sucked having to wait for this demo behind like a bunch, like much bigger streamers than I got it a little early, but it's out there. It's free on Steam. The demo, I mean. So hit that up. And the original game, I think it's under 20 bucks. Might be 25. We'll check once I stumble away here. Yeah, the original game had concept art and stuff. If you were wondering what the prizes were all about. Alright. Oh, that's just the play, or the credits, that's what those are called. Well, we always read the credits, so. I did not see the Joust, Street Fighter, or NBA Jam references, but kind of hard to talk about arcades without them, so that makes sense. Alright, but yeah, looking forward to it. I don't want to wait a whole last year, but sometimes you gotta.